Okay, bell rings in 7 minutes. Let's see if I can do this. All right, you guys are supposed to take some notes, right? Here's the assignment, the sheet that I put. Remember, you need to put the notes and the EO, the title EO, on all of your work whenever I assign notes. Okay, so you need to make sure you have that. I'm highlighting some keywords here that I think are important for you to sort of use as you navigate all this stuff. Okay. All right. Anyway, let's see. Let's see what we got to talk about here. My instructions say to read the STEMscopedia for competition in ecosystems and take notes. Use the EO up here as a guide. Again, I highlighted the keywords so you know sort of what you're looking for. And it says write what you don't know. So I don't understand why people write stuff that they know. All it does is kind of just block out the stuff you don't know, right? Only focus on things you're like, I never knew that. Let's write that down. I think I need this example to help remind me, whatever. If you write down all this extra garbage that you're already aware of, you're never going to look at your notes again. Only write what you're not aware of, okay? And then you don't have to answer the questions at the end. So let me walk you through all this stuff, okay? First, if you are gonna access STEM scopes through here, for the STEMscopedia, remember yours is different. Yours says learning resources up here, and then there's going to be a button that says STEMscopedia. You got to scroll down and find competition and ecosystems, and then the reading is there. Okay. I've made your life a little bit easier, and I went ahead and I attached this PDF of the actual note. So if you just want to pull up in the PDF and read it from there, you are more than welcome to. Okay. So here's the thing. You're going to go through. You're going to read, focusing on again why and how competition occurs in an ecosystem. So here's one. How does it occur in nature? This part's probably pretty important. Like why? We don't compete for fun like we do in, say, basketball or whatever. Like why in nature does competition occur? All right, we got some examples right here. All right, and then this part's pretty good. It's the why. So it's going to talk about resources. That word that we did, I saw in the password game, limited resources. That's going to be kind of focused on in here. Okay, so make sure you're okay with that. Write down any notes that are important. Okay, and then the last one, how do you think organisms work together? There is that other interactions that occur in an ecosystem. So working together, to me, that's mutualism, but to me it's very much a form of like a dependent relationship. Like it's a very specific type of dependent relationship. So this mutualism, I think, it's pretty important to kind of read and understand. I'm not gonna be like very whatever. Okay, I like this reflection piece. It identifies a lot of causes, right, for growth, competition, and reproduction. So resource availability. How do limited resources alter all this stuff? So I think this is pretty good. The part down here, like I said, you don't need to worry about this. If you want to do it for fun, ask me questions on it, by all means, totally can, but I am not going to require that. So real short, real simple reading. I don't think it's going to take that long, honestly, okay? This might help for your CER that's due on Thursday. If not, just make sure you understand how and why competition occurs, and then that mutualism piece as another form of interaction that occurs in an ecosystem, okay? Now, the next thing that we have going on is we have these attached vocabulary cards. We need to write and define any words that we're not aware of. Okay, so now these words, they were in the password game, so they will be on the slides. But there are these cards that I'm going to attach that I think are really useful. Let me open that up. Hold on. All right. Ooh, got a minute. Okay. So I know these are weird. They're sideways, but it's called picture vocabulary, and you can look through them. I would prefer you do these words from these definitions as opposed to you looking it up on Google. These are ecosystem specific terms. Okay. Ah, there's the bell. We're doing this anyway. All right. So if we look at these terms, I know that it's sideways. I'm sorry, but you will see quick definitions. Read through them. I would say just write down the ones that you don't know. All right. There's limited resources. My first two classes, you guys really had a weird time explaining this one, so maybe read that one. Organism, population's a big one, all right? Interacting of the same species, make sure you know that, okay? So I think a lot of these other ones you're pretty good with. Competitive, dependent, and then this is actually, it's weird. This is for the next section. Let's just get them down now. If you don't know what a primary consumer is or a secondary consumer, get those down. But we're not going to see those till the next section after competition and ecosystems. Why it's there, I don't know. Again, STEM scopes, not loving you, I'll be honest. Okay, anyway, that was pretty quick. Write those vocab words down here if you are not aware of them. All right, we'll go ahead and get you attached and updated on all this stuff. Again, ask me questions tonight if you don't understand. Okay, bye.